This is Barbara Reese reporting for This Week in East Brunswick. Thank you for joining us. We have a really interesting episode here today. We're going to be talking to two students who helped plan the New Jersey Folk Festival at Rutgers coming this April. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, Lisa Beth, tell us a little bit about how the festival works. For those that are not familiar with the New Jersey Folk Festival, what kind of entertainment can they expect?
Well, the Folk Festival is a nonprofit that was started in 1975, and it's run by about 15 undergraduate students who are under the supervision of a director and assistant director, Professor Angus Gillespie and Aaron Clark. And the Folk Festival kind of looks to bring about different traditions that are within the New Jersey area. So this year we're doing the Garifuna traditions, and we're bringing that to Rutgers University. So different things people can experience. There's 3 stages where we'll have music, dance, and workshops. So there's also a diverse craft market of approximately 75 booths with craft demonstrators, and there's also a folk marketplace where people who come, you can purchase CDs of the performers that you saw at the 3 different stages, and also information about what's going on at the Folk Festival and about Garifuna traditions. And then we also have a children's activities area where people can make and take crafts, and there's different games for them to enjoy. So the Folk Festival is for people of all ages.
Now, let's take a step back. For those that are not familiar with the Garifuna traditions, tell us a little bit about it, because that's kind of the excitement of the folk festivals, that you learn about new ethnicities and new cultures that we might not know about.
Well, the Garifuna have a very long history, going back to colonial times and dealing with different colonial powers. Right now, you mostly will find people who celebrate Garifuna traditions in the island of St. Vincent in the Caribbean, but they also come from different areas like Belize and Honduras. In the United States, there's a large Garifuna community who celebrate Garifuna traditions in Los Angeles and also in New York, and that is kind of how we got involved with the Garifuna tradition. There was someone on our board who brought it to our attention and said this would be a great culture and tradition to take a look at and expose to people at Rutgers University in the city of New Jersey and at this year's Folk Festival.
So then they'll get a taste of the culture, they'll have crafts, there'll be music. But there's also a larger stage, more than one stage, and there are lots of different performances. So maybe, Patrick, you could tell us a little bit about the stage that you're in charge of, and there's a variety of things going on there as well.
Certainly. This year we have 3 performance stages that we're featuring, and they feature performances by not only Garifuna artists, but by a variety of performers from different cultural backgrounds. We have Polish folk dancers, Irish sea shanty singers, so Songs of the Sea from Ireland. My particular stage is the Pineland stage, and that centers largely around non-musical performances. We have a lot of speakers, poets, some singer-songwriters, like solo performers, and there's some particularly interesting aspects to the stage because it really, some of our speakers really step out of the traditional realm of what people think of as folklore or the study of folklore. Some examples of this are, we have Dr. Andy Urban from the American Studies Department at Rutgers, and he is giving a lecture on the folklore of domestic workers, which is interesting because people usually think of folklore as centering around rugged outdoor traditions such as miners, railroad workers, but really every profession has its own folk tradition, from air traffic controllers, soldiers, anything really. And domestic workers, likewise have their same tradition. So chefs, housekeepers. So it's another perspective on the subject that Dr. Urban will be providing, and it's non-traditional and it should be very interesting. One speaker we're going to have that I'm particularly excited for is Dr. Alan Isaac, the head of the American Studies Department at Rutgers. He's giving a lecture on the folklore of Harold and Kumar from the popular movie Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. And it's a very non-traditional folk narrative of the state of New Jersey. But it nonetheless provides a very detailed and expansive account of the folklore of the state. So they travel from everywhere from Newark to the Pine Barrens, all in the course of one evening. Mm-hmm. And it gives the movie gives a surprisingly diverse account of the different folklore, legends, folk traditions in New Jersey, and so I'm particularly excited for that one. And so we just had some very interesting performances on this stage.
So it seems like you have a little bit of something for everyone, well-rounded
Definitely.
offerings. So now also, for those that don't realize it, this is basically student-run. You have Professor Gillespie, who created this festival, and the other professors that may guide you, but really you're in charge of all the media for this event.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how that works with the class, that you take a course and that you learn about folklore and all these background materials.
Well, we take a course on Monday nights for the spring semester, so about mid-January till the end of the spring semester, which pretty much for us ends at the Folk Festival, but we still have class in April because we do go to Rutgers University and class still continues. But the way it works is a year before the festival, we have to go in and interview to see if we can become a part of the Folk Festival for various positions, and we usually are being interviewed by Dr. Gillespie and Aaron Clark and maybe someone else from the board or someone else who had been part of the Folk Festival in the past. And once you're selected, you know, we do some bonding in the fall. So we went to Camp Bernie, which was a lot of fun. You can go on our Facebook page and see all those photos of us trying to climb ropes and trying to do some staff bonding. And then there's also a holiday party at Dr. Gillespie's house where we get to kind of meet the board. But in the spring, we have a Monday night class where half of the class is designated to learn more about Griffin traditions, and learning about different music and dance, and learning about just their history, even geography. And then the second half of the class is designated as business meetings. So we break out into our different groups. So Pat is part of the performance group. I'm part of publicity. We also have an administrative group. And we each go over what we have done for the week, what our different tasks are coming up, and kind of where we are in respect to the folk festival and what needs to be done or what we need from different people. So it's a really hands-on experience of a class and an internship all in one room. So it is a lot of work for the 14 of us who are doing it this year, but we have great leadership in Dr. Gillespie and Aaron Clark and our folk festival manager, Gabrielle Rossi. And then we also have support from our board who kind of helps us and guides us and gives us any support that we need.
And you had a couple of organizations that are providing financial support as well.
Yeah. Well, the Folk Festival is presented by the American Studies Department of Rutgers University, but we do have additional support from the Committee to Advance Our Common Purposes, the BP Fabric of American Fund, and this is all in cooperation with Rutgers Day, because while the Folk Festival is going to be 39 years old this year, we also run on the same day as Rutgers Day, which will be 6 years old this year. We also have additional support from the Center for Global Advancement in International Affairs, as well as the Center for Latino Arts and Culture, which is also located at Rutgers University.
So we're running close to the end of our time together. We could talk for a long time about it. It's a really fun day. I've been there several times at different folk festivals with the kids. There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
But give us the details now, the date, the time, and the location, and a website or a Facebook. I know you guys are very media savvy. Give us all the media contacts we should have.
Okay, well, the Folk Festival is on the last Saturday of April, so April 27th. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., rain or shine. So if it ends up raining, bring your ponchos and your rain boots, because we'll still be out there, and we'll still be performing and having our Crafts and Children Activity Center. It's on the grounds of Eagleton Institute on Douglas campus. You can't miss us. It's huge. You'll see tents and you'll see a huge banner. So if you'd like more information, you can visit our website, which is NewJerseyFolkfest.org. That's NJFOLKFEST.org. Or you can like us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Twitter at New Jersey Folk Fest.
Well, thank you so much, and we wish you the best of luck with this wonderful endeavor that you have going on this year. And really, it's been a wonderful festival all the years through.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. This is Barbara Reese reporting for This Week in East Brunswick.